Do you agree with what she said or no?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree.
You agree?
What?
Yeah.
I'm a
What?
flaming liberal, so yes, I agree with what she said.
Bro! Oh my gosh, y'all are terrible!
Can you provide a couple examples of something that stands out to you that what he says with his words that would be a good example of
Yeah,
Nazi?
I can't remember, but
One thing. We'll just go one thing then.
I don't even have one thing.
Why do you see the hat as being racist, would you say?
It's Trump.
What's going on, everyone? James.
So what people are trying to do is basically, they're basically trying to answer whether or not their hat or their Donald Trump hat is racist or is wrong. And I really want to know the answer to this because although you may have different beliefs or whether or not you support Trump, that's not really what I get into. Support who you support. I'm not here to try to sway you one way or another. However, I do want to know why people tend to dislike Trump. Why do they... Dislike is not even the right word. Why they hate him. Why they hate him as a person or why they hate what he stands for. I want to know why. And I'm not saying they should vote for... I'm not going to say that. But why do you hate this guy as if he's the world's biggest criminal? And I hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to James Klug for making this. And let's continue.
The View named Joy Behar. And she said this about Trump supporters. I want to know if you agree with it.
And by the way, out there, that hat that you keep wearing, that red hat that says "Make America Great Again," that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Oh.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because we see it anyway.
That's pretty wild.
Do you agree with what she said or no?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree.
You agree?
What?
Yeah.
I'm a
What?
flaming liberal, so yes, I agree with what she said.
Bro! Oh my gosh, y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible. And this is my problem. This is my problem. People in the comments say, I've seen this comment before, oh, you're biased. And I try my best to not be biased. If you watch my videos, you know I try my best to not be biased. But if you're going to be a liberal, which is fine, or a Democrat, which is fine, but then you say that a hat is the equivalent to having a swastika. Oh my, like, I have to be crazy if I think that's wrong. I have to be crazy. Because you are wrong. That doesn't make any sense. It's like I'm being gaslit by these people. This is wrong and it doesn't make sense. Come on now.
Right.
Absolutely not. You know, that was a statement from a very unintelligent, prejudiced person. Clearly.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
horrible.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
So you do not agree with what she said right there?
I do not agree with that.
That is a terrible take.
There's a difference between MAGA and
The swastika.
the Nazi social. Wow!
What is the swastika, Nazi swastika? What does that mean to you? What does it represent to you?
Hatred towards people that aren't like what you consider yourself to be. Like, so it's like believing that one class or one person or whatever, one way of being is better than others and that other people that aren't like you should be eliminated.
Right. Obviously, it's pretty hardcore.
Bro, nah, that's unacceptable. That's not even a good enough answer. You're trying to downplay. You are trying to downplay the Nazis to justify your hatred for Donald J. Trump. Is that even his middle name? I don't even know. I think it is, because my name starts with a J. Whatever. You're trying to downplay them to justify your hatred for a past president. Do you know how insane you have to be? And this is not about if you like the guy. This is not about if you dislike the guy. I don't care. I don't think anyone cares. But when this level of delusion is walking around life, it really scares me, if I'm being honest. It really scares me because if you believe this, what else do you believe? And I'm really fearful if people are really walking around with this level of, I don't even know how to describe it.
I want to get to kind of the bottom of this when it comes to drawing the comparison between what you just said right there, hatred of other people, eliminating them, to MAGA. Where do you draw the comparison there? When it comes to policy that Trump had during his presidency, or where do you draw the comparison?
I think more so not just necessarily in the Make America Great Again on his part, which I do believe that he has very strong beliefs that
When it comes to the Trump agenda
No answer?
or something
She
like
couldn't even answer.
what policies or whatever from Trump would you compare to
Well,
Nazis?
I don't know
would
if
you
he
say?
has a policy.
Okay.
What?
Flips in his head and he says it.
Okay.
He has no policy.
So what is,
What?
if he has no policy then, what is the comparison there then with the Nazi swastika?
What he says, his words.
And when it comes to those, just for the viewers, could you provide a couple examples of something that stands out to you that what he says with his words that would be a good example of
Yeah,
Nazi?
I can't remember, but I.
You can't remember? Son. And if you are a Democrat or a liberal and you're watching this, a reason why a lot of Republicans have a problem with you, and I'm not saying I do, but the reason why a lot of Republicans have a problem with you is because of this. This is the perfect example. This is it. This is it. I can't even say anything else. I don't even have to explain it. This is why. He said because of Donald Trump's words. What words? I don't remember. What? The least you can do is justify it. I'm not even saying you have to have a full, thorough explanation of every single bill passed, Bill 17-4. No. Just have a real reason. These people have no reason at all. They just don't like him.
One thing. We'll just go one thing
Yeah,
then.
I don't even have one thing.
Oh my God.
Most people are below him and his people. But usually the people that are that diehard representing it have very strong views that relate to a lot of other things that would make me also believe that they agree with some things that would also be represented by somebody with a swastika.
What?
If that makes sense. Anybody
What?
that's not what they've determined in his eyes is the higher class, the higher person. Men, white men, rich white men who are conservative Republicans.
Right.
So it's not just like people of color, it's anybody that's not a rich white conservative man.
Wait, what? Wait, so rich white conservative men. Let's break this down. First, she started with men. So if you're a man, I'm sorry to break it to you. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but apparently you support what she said. I don't even want to re-say it. If you're a white man, oh, even worse. Apparently it's even worse. If you are a rich white man, wow, I can't even believe you have the audacity. And if you are a rich white conservative man, I'm sorry. You might as I'm sorry, but I'm just joking, but this is really sad, man. So, but my question would be, what if you aren't white and you support Donald Trump? And it's not even about black people. What if you're Asian or Latino or black or any other race? Are you just excluded from this discussion? It gets weird.
Right. Okay. I want to know, in your view, because she's drawing that comparison to, like, Nazi Germany, what do you see the MAGA hat as representing?
I see it as someone who wants to make America great again, as far as putting our country first, our needs of our people first.
It's just a way of voicing your opinion in your speech. I don't think there's any harm and danger to it.
Is it hateful or no?
It's racist.
Is it racist?
It's racist.
No.
Yes. You
Yes.
think Trump's racist?
I think Trump is racist.
Okay. Why do you see the hat as being racist, would you say?
It's Trump. I don't know.
Is there something specific for the viewers to help them understand?
I don't know.
He says make America great again, but America was never great.
No.
But
You don't think America was ever great?
No.
Back to Joy Behar. I mean, saying might as well just put a swastika on your MAGA hat.
Well, she can say whatever she wants. Trump says what he wants.
Right.
The problem is that you support her, but you don't support Trump saying whatever he wants. Okay, here's what I would say. The reason why people had a problem with the Make America Great Again hat when it first released is because the premise that people thought the hat was under was him referring to, I guess, the slave times. I don't know. That's why people claimed they hated the hat at first. I don't know. What I think he was referring to is, I think that was his catchphrase for his presidential run, which every single president has their type of marketing campaign. And I think that's kind of what he was referring to. When he said "Make America Great Again," I think he may have been referring to economic growth. As they said, putting America first, meaning maybe stop outsourcing jobs and bringing it back to the country. And that's maybe his objectives for his presidential campaign. And you can argue that he did a lot of that, such as he had a very strong stance on closing the border, meaning he's allowing American citizens to thrive in their lands rather than opening, I guess, lands up to illegal immigrants. So maybe that was just his presidential objectives. I don't know for sure. But when you try to relate it to racism, it's hard to even make that type of adjustment, because if you're saying it's purely racism, you're basically saying America as a whole is only racism. Because if you're saying "Make America Great Again," and you're saying, well, that's racist, how is that racist? Was America only great during slavery? Was it only great during, I guess, the civil rights movement? Like, that doesn't mean America was racist. And no one ever even asked him what he was referring to. They just assumed. But let's continue. Finish this video out.
So, do you see Trump as being a Nazi?
I see him as a dictator.
Yeah.
And,
what about him do you see as being kind of a dictator?
Because he's trying to get control over a woman's body.
Okay.
That's the main thing.
So
the women should all vote for Biden.
Anybody that is pro-life is a dictator?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, I don't understand your argument then.
They should have left it the way it was. What were we 20 years ago? Right. You know, bring us back to that time 20 years ago.
Wasn't that the Supreme Court, though?
Yeah, it was the Supreme Court. And who appointed 4 MAGA justices?
All they did was just bring it back to the states. So if you live in like California, you can.
Yeah, we're good here.
Abortion's a big one, a big topic for you, though. That's important to you, making sure that we're just.
And whether or not that's a big topic for you, I think people are allowed to have their issues that they believe in. But I think you're doing not only yourself a disservice, but you're doing the people that you're voting for a disservice when you refuse to look into who you're supporting. And this is not about, and I keep saying this because I really believe it, this is not even about if you're voting for Trump or Biden or anyone else in the future. The least you can do for the people that you claim you support is look into the candidates that you're voting for, because if you don't, you may be voting to hurt them. You may be voting for a law or a person who does not care about their interest. So this is people, and the problem is people refuse to look into candidates because they don't want to be proven wrong. So they care more about not being proven wrong than they care about supporting who they claim they support. I don't understand it. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'll learn more from it. I don't care about being right. But anyways, it's LFR Jojo.